Israeli politicians are holding a conference next Sunday where they're going to unveil their vision or dream for a post-war Gaza, building Israeli villages on top of it. The conference is called Conference for the Victory of Israel. Settlement brings security, returning to the Gaza Strip in northern Samaria. Now, the message here is clear. Victory for Israel means annexing Gaza. The conference is expected to be attended by thousands of people, including soldiers, rabbis, extremist settlement activists, local township leaders, and most notably, dozens of members of the Israeli parliament and government ministry heads, many of whom are already on record supporting the expulsion of Palestinians in Gaza as a goal of the war. At the conference, attendees are going to be shown detailed maps showing exactly where these Jewish-only settlements would be built and the step-by-step process through which it would happen. The cities that they dream of building apparently already have names, and hundreds of families have already signed up to be among the first inhabitants. Now, this isn't actually the first time Israel's tried to annex Gaza. Israel first created settlements in Gaza in the 70s, taking Israeli settlers into Gaza, helping them build homes on any empty piece of land they could find, and then killing any Palestinians that try to disrupt the process. The Israeli government subsidized these settlements and turned them into highly coveted beachside properties, while Palestinians living just across the street lived in poverty under the gun of Israel's occupation forces. The Palestinians obviously weren't just going to accept this, so they fought back. And as Palestinian resistance to the settlements peaked during the Second Intifada, it became obvious that the settlements had become way too much of a burden to maintain. The settlements were illegal under international law and universally seen outside of Israel as an obstacle to any kind of peace agreement. The Israeli government was also pouring billions of dollars into defending these settlements with very little success. In 2005, Israeli Prime Minister Ariel Sharon decided to dismantle the settlements and force the settlers to leave. Now, sometimes you'll hear Zionists say that Israel can't be occupying Palestine because they willingly gave Gaza back to the Palestinians. But this is a lie. They did not do this willingly, proven by the many videos of Israelis sobbing as they were dragged out of their homes by Israeli soldiers. They were forced out by the Palestinian resistance, and they've been bitter about it for the last 18 years. Now, Israeli leaders are trying to use their latest massacre to repopularize the concept of Gaza resettlement, saying that October 7th wouldn't have happened if Israel hadn't pulled out of Gaza. This conference is basically like the debut of their revitalized colonization plan. It's also important to note that the notion of resettling Gaza isn't fringe either. Around a third of Israeli parliament members support resettlement in Gaza, and a similar amount in the current government. Believe it or not, members of Benjamin Netanyahu's own party are criticizing him for being too afraid to come out in support of resettlement. So the next time you hear some Israeli commentators saying that Israel is waging this genocide as an act of self-defense, just remember that right now, members of the current Israeli government are looking over a map of Gaza, picking out which beachfronts are most suited for Jewish-only settlement.